All right, my beautiful people. We got more NHL 17 franchise to go with here, don't we? We do indeed. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's practically a new team, and it's a new month of support from Lil Bunny J. 25 months. Again, it needs all the support it can get, so thank you for that. This team could be gross. Could be. Again, this is our offense. Top heavy. Definitely top heavy. Jeff Skinner, Tyson Jost, Nathan McKinnon, with Landeskog, Rantanen, and Zuccarello on the second line. Shout to MK, by the way. You got Yakupov, Comfer, and Greer on the third line. Olhaver with Anton Carlson and Klim Kostin on the fourth line. Cynical, yeah, this was at the time where it looked like Tyson Jost could have been really, really good. Didn't last that long, but it looked like it. The defense is perhaps even better. Erik Karlsson and Charlie McAvoy at 21 years old. Chris Bigris with Ty Berry. Two-way Ty Berry? Was he always a two-way? Was he always a two-way? Did I miss that? I could have sworn he was an OFD. Huh. And then Nick Mellock with Devon Taves. I'm a Pens fan. Son decided to be a Bruins fan. My immediate family are Leafs fans. My in-laws are Habs fans. That must make for a very fun Thanksgiving, is all I can say. Our goaltender, he's back on the case. Good old Bobrovsky. Sergei Bobrovsky. I don't think I have the button anymore to yell Bobrovsky. I'm going to have to re-add it, though, at some point. Because Bobrovsky is here. Felix Sandstrom as the backup up to an 85, which is crazy. Then scratches of Mike Smith, Yerky Yoki Baka, and Cliff Poo. Sweet, beautiful Cliff Poo. The AHL team is also absolutely gross. Elias Anderson, Nick Suzuki, and Elias Pettersson kind of leading the way on that top line. I mean, this could be a good year. Why? But we haven't won yet. But this could be the time. It could be. I mean, at the very least, the Calder Cup, right? Look at this damn team. Cale Makar, 20 years old on that top unit. This could be the time. This could be the time. So I'm excited to see how this plays out. AKA, probably going to miss the playoffs again for no reason whatsoever. But you never know. You never know. It could go our way. It could. It won't, but it could. Your AHL team is better than the modern-day Sharks. Well, don't say that. We haven't won any games yet, and the Sharks have actually won some games. So, don't say that. The Sharks aren't completely useless and completely hopeless, you know? All right, I got to plug in my phone here really quick. I knew I was forgetting to do something before the start of the stream. All right, attending New Jersey and Vancouver tomorrow for an early birthday gift. Well, happy early birthday, and have fun at the Hughes Bowl. All Hugheses, all the time. As this AHL team beat McDavid and the Oilers. Give them a chance to, and they might. All right, we just lost back-to-back games. Outscored 12-0 over that time. Remember what I said about there being a chance that we would be absolute trash garbage? I was being sarcastic, but apparently the game felt differently. 5-9 and now 5-10-1. The trash-alanche. Not a great start. Clifford Poo. I choose you to take a seat for one AJ Greer. Fourth line has been completely invisible. Third line hasn't been great defensively. Let's be honest, nobody's been that good. So, do you think that an AI GM will consider that Bobrovsky contract tradable? See, I didn't even want to say it. My body was rejecting the concept of, do we have to trade this guy 2 months into the season? Oh, no. Greer gets hurt again with injured groin. We've all been there, buddy. We've all been there. Injured with injured groin. It's about the worst thing that can happen. There's really not too much else to do lineup-wise either. We're just kind of locked into whatever the hell this is going to be. Tommy, what's going on? And indeed. It was a good game. Of course, for whatever reason, I used to be able to win cups in this game for fun. And now we're terrible. But, you know, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Some football dude exploded his testicles today and messed up my parlay. Like, did he use, like, dynamite? Or... God. Let's call up the entire Rampage team. I mean, they are killing it. This Avs team, not so much. I'm going to go to the start of February because the deadline is at the beginning of March. So we're trying to get back to 500. 22, 22, and 3. For a team like this, pretty embarrassing. Make that 23, 23, and 3. Dead last in our division, 8 points out of a playoff spot behind the Winnipeg Jets. Not good. Not good. Okay. First and foremost, goaltending. Big shout out to one big Nate. Nate, how the heck are you? Bobrovsky at a 911, which is a number I should call right about now because he's robbing us blind. Defensively, 34 points for Carlson, 16 for Mac, 12 for Bigris, just 24 for Tyson Barrie in a contract year. And then Taves and Mellock haven't been amazing, but they've been okay. Warrior, what's going on as well? Hello, everybody. This is not good. Sorting some hockey card and money regrets. Been there. Been there. Our leading scorer has just 34 points. Yeah, I mean, we already saw the goaltending's Landeskog is our leading scorer. Could the team be too good? Bassist, you might be onto something. Was this the first year with the expansion feature? Yes. No, relocation. Relocation, no expansion yet. Mikko, it's just 22 points in 49 games. Oh, boy, we shouldn't be as average as we are. Let's try a couple of different things. We do have a month until the deadline. We're going to go Carlson and Bigris. McAvoy with Barrie. And Taves and Mellock can stay. Offensively, we're going to put Nathan McKinnon at center instead of Tyson Jost. Still trying to play people within their roles for the sake of morale. Let's try Zook at center. Rantanen on the wing. Still got Klim Kostin on the fourth line. I'd love me some Nail Yakupov, but it might be worth getting Cliff Poo in there instead. Do we have any natural centers? Kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of, is my answer. Let's go with those changes for now. Like I said, the boys have a month. Well, the shortest month of the year, but technically they have a month. Oh, to hopefully, excuse me, to hopefully figure some things out here so we don't have to be put into a situation where we have to make some very unfortunate moves. So, at least the Rampage are crushing it. Like, they're going to the playoffs. They could lose 50% of the games from here, postseason bound, no doubt about it. 33-8-5 is nuts. And then they lose 3 games in a row. Because of course they do. Chris Bigris goes down with a sore shoulder. And we will be in a decent spot, but not a great spot, at 30-27-4. 9 points back of the Jets. Oh, God. $68-65. So we're 5 points back of Nashville with a game at hand, and the Preds are in a playoff spot. Five points out isn't necessarily enough to want to blow up the team here on the deadline, but it could at least be the catalyst for a few changes, right? I'm going to blow the team up, but we might want to make a few moves. Nighthawk, what's going on, by the way? How is Carlson our leading point getter? Good question. So Bobrovsky at a 911 still, a 919 for Sandstrom, who's up to an 86. Wall is still technically a minor league goalie. He and Ottinger are absolutely killing it. Defensively, again, it's the last year of Tyson Barrie's deal. You can argue whether or not he's worth keeping. Taves has really underperformed. Like, we joked about running Taves and Makar, but we might not be able to. So Libor Hayek could get the call up. Should we elect to move on from Tyson Barrie, but you'd feel like that would hurt us. At least on paper. And Boris Kachuk's also now a depth forward, not a depth defenseman. There's a couple of different ways we could go about this. I'm not sure what the best way is going to be. I think we might just go for it. Like, this team, we're certainly not going to add. The only idea is to trade away, but I'm not really worried about assets. Yakupov's not going to be worth anything, so we might as well hold on to him. There's no reason to not just hold on to Tyson Barrie because he's better than anybody that we can get. AHL, by the way, is so stacked. Oh, they're beautiful. The Klimas are getting better. Could the out-of-position players be hurting? Potentially. Potentially. And again, it apparently wasn't helping for the fourth line because we did have Olhaver and Kostin in their proper spots. I'm going to double check trade values really quickly. Right now, I am leaning towards not doing anything major. If we look at goalies, obviously you see the value that Bobrovsky has. There's really no reason why we couldn't get rid of Bobrovsky this early and just run with Sandstrom and Wall, who are both NHL caliber, let's be honest. It's like, do we really want to be paying Sergei Bobrovsky that much money? The answer is not really. Let's see, Boston's interested. They're not getting rid of anything that we'd want, though. Calgary. Dude named Bickle. Rocky Bickle. It's not looking too good. Also, what a draft record for them, huh? Look at those potentials. Crushing it, Calgary. Keep it up. Chicago didn't want him. Edmonton, of course, wants a goaltender. Nobody great. Ottawa. Mike Hoffman and J.G. Pajot. San Jose, Joe Pavelski. In terms of maximizing the value by trading him to a team that wants him, it's not looking too good. In terms of dealing into a team with cap space, that would be Detroit. They don't want to trade that first, but if we use Bobrovsky as the basis to get their pick, which is going to be a low pick, or a high pick, you should say. They're going to finish low in the standings. That wouldn't be too bad. Can I just do Bobrovsky for Detroit's first, potentially first overall pick? Not yet. I kind of forgot we already had 6 first-round picks. Why not make it 7? Defensively, obviously we got some good prospects. Devon Taves is going to go because he's not cutting it. He's just not. Means I would have to get somebody back. We can go for former UMaine Black Bear Dan Renouf. Bobrovsky and Taves for a first-round pick and Dan Renouf. No. We are going to have to give up quite a bit of value to get this deal to go through, unfortunately. Hawks, do I, though? Do I? Was this franchise even crazier with progression in 16? About the same. It was about the same. See some of the forward player development here. He has no value, but now could be the time to move on from Nail Yakupov. Take back Martin Ferk in the deal. It's going to have to be draft picks from here. I do think we can make it worth it just to move on from Bob. What's the point of keeping him? He's not getting it done. What if we also add Ricard Huggan, this dude Stokes? Hawks, that's a hell of a question, buddy. And the answer is no. I do not qualify. Thankfully. What about the Blue Jackets second? Again, the fact that I'm trying to get a first-round pick that they don't want to give up, it's going to be expensive. What about Edmonton's first? This is why we don't go for picks that aren't trade listed. Bobrovsky, Taves, Yakupov, a first and a second for Detroit's first, Dan Renouf and Martin Ferk. Yeah, I don't think we're getting that pick. We'll try 2 first, but it is unlikely. Let's add the Pittsburgh first. Still no. Let's add our own first and the Rangers first. Jesus. Okay, yeah, it's just not going to happen. That is just not going to happen. Montreal. Oh, I mean, we're struggling as we always do. They don't have a great goalie that I could get for nothing. Philip Dano. Thomas Plekanec, Tom Parisi. Montreal would have too many goalies, so we have to add a goalie. And it would be Charlie Lindgren, who we do not need, so Montreal's not a good fit because I'd have to add a goalie. The New York Rangers. Are you a good fit for us? The presumption here is no. Scotty Kosmachuk, Steven Kampfer. Would still have to add one more dude. Let's go for a Ruskinen, who was terrible. And from there, if we look at the picks that the Rangers have to potentially give up over the next little bit. What about, oh God. And then we just get murdered on value. I don't know if there's the right trade for us here. Philly's at least moving there first. Jordan Hallett and a dude named Alanin. It's not looking great. It's not looking great. Might just keep it. It's not like we need other draft picks. Call-ups and send-downs might be at play here for us. So, Bob, you got to figure it out, buddy. Mellock hasn't been particularly impressive. We could send him down. He'll be pissed about it, but we could send him down. We could also try to put Jyrki Jokipaka through waivers, because we're not upset if we lose him. Let's do that. It's because I won't have space. Actually, I do have space to call up Libor Hayek right now. So let's see. Give Bob the Campbell treatment. I'd imagine someone would claim him. So we're going to take Taves out for Libor Hayek. Taves is on an expiring deal anyway, so it doesn't matter. Actually, you know what? We'll put him in for Jokipaka. And if he can't play well next to Erik Karlsson, then what the hell are we even doing here? That fourth line has absolutely sucked. Damn it. Monk, that's actually what I do too, because the break is insane. Okay. Karlsson and Olhaver. I think they're in a little bit of trouble here. Just go best lines in the AHL because we're going to have to fix it anyway. Thought it wasn't going to load to the right screen. So, Karlsson goes down. There's a chance he could get claimed. If he does, whatever. Or we can have him as a healthy scratch. So, Gustav Olhaver is going to go down for Boris Kachuk. And we'll see if this helps us at all. And to be honest, we're going to go best lines. Let's go best lines at this stage. Except we are taking out Nail Yakupov for Cliff Poo. And hello, Crash Andrews. We're also... I want McKinnon to be on that top line. We'll keep an eye on McKinnon to see if he gets upset about where he's playing. But yeah, screw it. We're going to go best lines. Take Jokipaka out for Hayek. And we will see if the best lines approach works for us. Out of pure desperation. Is player scoring realistic? For the most part. Scoring wasn't quite as high as in this, timeline. When the starts, at least, as it is in modern time. So... All right, for the love of God. Oh, good. 4 games in a row to end the season. Love it. Love that for us. Absolutely love that for us. Tremendous. Tremendous. Goodness. Give me 1 second here. All right, Chris Begris is back. I knew that would complicate things soon. So are we going to lose Jokipaka on waivers? No, we are not. So Jokipaka clears waivers. Yakupov out for Clifford Poo. And then defensively, that pretty much works. Actually, we're going to take Taves out for Hayek still. AHL-wise, best lines. Let's get Jokipaka out for Sharoff. And Feder Tootin is out for Eric Brandstrom. And offensively, Ranford's the only guy that we have to take out. It could be for a variety of different people. Go with Jared Anderson-Dolan, who does have the highest rating of the bunch. So, all right, boys. You're low on time to make the playoffs. If you don't make the playoffs, this will go down as a bit of a disaster as Chris Bigris gets hurt again. Love it. 35, 36 wins. 37, 38, 39. We might just make it yet as the Rampage have clinched a playoff spot. April 1st, 40 wins on the year. And we are currently in a wild card spot. So we have life with 6 games to go. It's Dallas next. I don't know if we won or lost that. I think we lost that. You got Tampa next. That one we definitely lost. We'll just go best line. Screw it. Islanders. That's a win. Up to 89 points. This is a gigantic game against Nashville. We're 3 points up on them. This is almost a playoff game. Chris Bigris gets hurt again. But we did win. And we're up in the 4th. And the Colorado Avalanche, thank God, have made the playoffs. It wasn't pretty. Not nearly as good as I thought we could be this year. But the great escape, we avoid disaster. And we are playoff bound. As we finish the season in 3rd. And we'll take on the St. Louis Blues in round number 1. But we will finally get to see this team in the postseason. 45 wins as, 9-1-0 in our last 10 games to cruise into that 3rd seed as opposed to a wild card spot. That's a major, major outcome for us there. 10th in the league, by the way, so we were in a very, very tough division. For the record, Detroit finished 2nd last, so Boston, terrible again. But we are playoff bound, and hopefully we're built more for the playoffs than we were the regular season. Bobrovsky played in 67 games. Had a 2.45 with a 9.17. Sandstrom finished with a 9.30. 7 shutouts combined. Not bad. Did Minnesota still have another game? I guess we'll see then. Indeed, we might fall. Defensively, Carlson was outstanding. Tyson Barrie overshadowed. McAvoy was okay. Biggest concern, Devon Taves finished the season with a -19. Which is insanely bad. Hayek didn't really do too much with the opportunity given. And then for the forwards, Tyson Jost leading the way. He and Jeff Skinner both over 60 points. And then everybody else of a high-end talent label decided to be bad. At least by their comparisons and their prior histories as well. So, not quite sure what we'll do with the playoff lineup. We'll probably change things quite a bit. But thank God we made it, right? Just the term playoff lineup being a thing was the goal. And indeed, 1st round exit, here we come.